it time for illegal ham in the face? But bro, where's the banjo?
Some Cleveland sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face. Talking all Cleveland sports. And don't forget our Fat Boy Tuesday, where we also ham it up with some fun food topics. Without further ado, let's serve up some ham. Here are the Ham Boys, Fatty, and Big Bry.
But Dad...
What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into another episode of Illegal Ham to the Face. I am that fat guy, Jared Fatty Bates. I am all by my lonesome tonight. Big Bry is sick, so we will have a shortened down show tonight. We'll talk the NFL Combine. We will also talk Cavs and how hot they've been. And then we will get into, hey, Fat Tuesday for Fat Boy Tuesday, and then top 3 donuts. I did in the Facebook and YouTube accounts, I did put up let me go put some clothes on. Justin's going to put some clothes on. Looks like Justin might be joining me. I put the link up in the comments here. So if you want to join in on the conversation, please, more than welcome to join in. Appreciate everybody that can. Appreciate everybody that watched. Please give us that like, subscribe, and follow. It's not that often that's just one of us here. It's normally both of us all the time, or we would have to cancel a show because we're both sick. So just a weird situation. But our show is brought to you by Harold Keel and Lake Erie APA. Also, City Dogs Cleveland this weekend, March 8th. All right. It is going down at the Rocket Arena. Go check out the Cleveland Monsters versus the Hershey Bears. AHL hockey, and it is puck for paws. All proceeds go to City Dogs Cleveland. You're allowed to bring your dog in. They have a whole section for you there. Go do that, please. And like we always say, if you cannot adopt, please volunteer, donate, do whatever you can to help out as City Dog, especially City Dogs like this beautiful face right here. Can't say no to that beautiful face. Just if you can, do whatever you can to adopt a City Dog. Also, they take all sorts of donations, food, toys, anything that you can. Just do whatever you can to help out a City Dog right there. So we're not going to do a trivia tonight, obviously. Do have some shout outs from this week. I have got to shout out my niece and nephew came up and visited this weekend. So Allie and Gage came up, also brought up Cammie, my sweet little angel, 2-year-old angel. Definitely one of my favorites because I am not a girl dad, and I know that I would be horrible as a girl dad, especially when they keep asking for more, because that little sweet angel with those little baby blues had me wrapped around her finger this entire weekend, and it was whatever you want, sweetheart. You got it. All right, let's do it. So I want to thank them for coming up, spending some time with us. Geppetto's. I know it's here in Cleveland. We got some pizza from Geppetto's, some great pizza at Geppetto's. And then also Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was the first time that my nephew Gage got to go check it out. So I was so glad that he got to go check that out. He enjoyed everything, being downtown and everything else. So shout out to all the people down there to do a great job at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right, so let's get into our show. Let's get some Cleveland headlines going. And as soon as I find the sounder, because I am just great at this right now, let's get that sounder going. And look who just pops in as soon as the sounder goes. Boom, right there. What's going on, brother?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. I hope everything's going well with you. I saw your miles upon miles of bike rides that you're doing that you send me. I love every minute of that.
Yeah. 25 this morning. If I'd been able to get up just a hair bit earlier, I would have done 30, but
I'm just jealous. Last time I saw 30 miles was my drive into work this morning.
I mean, I did 30 on Saturday.
More power to you, man. I'm jealous.
I'm actually considering signing up for the virtual Tour de Lou.
Oh,
So it's a annual bike race that they have here as part of the Kentucky Derby Festival.
Oh, nice. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
All right. So, Justin, we got to get into it a little bit. We did have some Browns news over the weekend. Browns are staying pat. They are not wanting to trade Myles Garrett at all. Also, we got some free agents that have hit the market, Bry. Nicholas Jamal Chubb is one of them. Elijah Moore is another one. So it's going to be a tough go here to see if they can re-sign these guys and bring them back. I don't know. I was hoping that they would re-sign Nick Chubb and work something out with him. But, yeah, it's not looking good right now. Justin, how do you feel about the free agents, especially about Nick Chubb not being re-signed back here in Cleveland yet?
It hurts, but it doesn't surprise me a bit the way everything's gone since the whole Watson deal.
Yeah.
I hate to see it, especially with I'm having a brain fart. It's past my bedtime. Garrett, especially with Garrett. I mean,
Yeah.
saying he wants out. It's only a matter of time before the rest of the dominoes fall.
Yeah, I know, and it's sad to hear that. I mean, I know he's got 2 years left on his contract. We'll see what they have in store with that. But I mean, they came out all combine and said, "Hey, we are not going to trade Myles Garrett," and they have been firm and hard fast about it. And this is from multiple big names that reported that this weekend. So they did go to the combine. They did get to see all the top talent. There's some people that have been rubbed the wrong way by Shedeur Sanders. I know that multiple reports have come out that a couple teams in the top 10 that need a quarterback said that he came in arrogant and full of himself, which, if you're a quarterback, you got to be arrogant and full of yourself.
Especially considering who his dad is.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just some people, that's playoff or not. But a lot of people now are not picking the Browns to take a quarterback at 2. Everybody wants them to. I know that. A lot of people have even mocked them going up to number 1, dare I say, and getting the quarterback that they want. Justin, I haven't asked you, and you know how Brian and I feel about this. Do you want a quarterback at 2?
No. I would rather see them work on defense, running back even that high up, or O-line, or even a receiver. If they did go quarterback, though, I would be okay with Sanders just because look at how Colorado was. All their offense really came from him having to scramble, not really having an O-line to block for him.
Mm-hmm.
And really in Cleveland, or any team that's in the top, 10, 15 picks is going to be in a similar circumstance. So he's going to be the one who is most capable of replicating what some of these other guys have done last year.
Yeah, and the more I think about it, it just like next year's draft is supposed to be loaded with quarterbacks. I mean, I don't mind them getting a quarterback at 2, but I think right now with the way this team's built, and especially with all the aging veterans, they got to figure out something to fill some of these holes. And, even with news, that we had, earlier in the week when they were talking about JOK, I mean, it sounded like JOK might have played his last play in the NFL from how it's being worded and how everything else is going. And it's a shame. Don't get me wrong, it's a shame. But, I mean, that's a huge hole in your linebacking core that you signed. It's such a crapshoot, Justin. And don't worry about your cat. It's fine.
I'm laughing at him.
It's all right. Hey, wants a little screen time. It's good. Princess gets screen time all the time. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with this draft because this draft is kind of a weird draft. Now, I know I have a lot of people, and I hope it happens. I had a couple people mocking Travion Henderson to him in the first pick in the second round.
Yeah.
And if that happens, Yeah, sign me up. I am 100% for that.
Really, I'd be okay with them holding off on a quarterback until like the third or fourth round. I know what last week or whatever week it was in the comments I mentioned possible like a Will Howard or somebody like that, not necessarily Will himself, but
Yes. But there's still the trade rumors. Kirk Cousins.
yeah,
And it has been obviously Matthew Stafford has completely cooled off because he resigned back with LA. Now I do know, and what they've been saying, that the Giants and the Raiders were both all in on Matthew Stafford. And
I heard today on was it First Take? No, it was maybe Cowherd's show. Possible Rodgers to the Giants.
oh my God, they'd be morons if they did that.
I was surprised we don't make a play out of him though.
No. You want that kind of drama here?
No,
That
I
drama-
don't. I don't.
That drama
but-
is worse than the drama that we got. I mean, Bud, I'm sorry.
No,
a
I agree with you
40-year-old
completely.
A 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers coming here? No, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, 36, 37-year-old Matthew Stafford? I'll take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers? No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to see that anymore. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, he
It's
should have
amazing
been
when
done.
you see those guys, though. Just hold on. It's amazing when you see those guys like Aaron Rodgers because they're great all the way up until like they're like even before he blew out his Achilles. He was actually doing good in preseason and everything else. But man, it's like as soon as they hit a certain point, when it's done, they're done. And you can't say anything about the offense. I mean, you had Gary, you have wide receivers, any wide receiver you wanted, they went out and got for you.
Yeah.
You had a running game with Breece Hall and everything. It's just, hey, it might be the point in time where Aaron Rodgers is washed up and not good anymore.
He was washed before he left Green Bay.
Oh God!
I mean, he's entering his Brett Favre years. So
I know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to go to Minnesota. Because he's followed Favre almost to the letter.
Yeah, but Minnesota. Can you believe they let go of Sam Darnold?
No.
Like, what is going on? Kitty is happy. Holy cow!
He's been like this all night as soon as I got home.
But you got to come home more often.
I mean,
give that dude some catnip. Let him go in the corner, zone out.
I don't know, he's too young for that. He's only 10 months old this month?
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect time to start him.
I've got that one that I adopted from the neighborhood that's in the basement. Whenever I let him out in there with her, he goes bat crap crazy. But she still swipes and hisses at him, so
I love it. All right. So also Browns wise, a lot of people, they came out with the NFL grades. The Browns did not do good in NFL grades. James is here. What's going on, James? Thank you for joining. I think they got a F with ownership, a C with coach. The only thing they actually got a good grade in was the weight room. Other than that, it was a shit show of grades. And plus, how can you grade it after a shit show of a season that we had? Like, he got you good. Yeah, he did.
it was a love bite.
That was not a love bite. I know what love bites are. That was not a love bite. That wasn't even close to a love bite. How would you grade the Browns?
Oh,
If you had to put a grade on the whole organization, front office, coaching, everything all included, out of the 32 teams, where would you put the Cleveland Browns?
D plus or C minus.
So you're talking 20s range?
Yeah.
20 to 27, we'll just say?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Okay. And that's not players included. That's just that
That's
side.
that's the whole organization.
Oh, that's players included?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wanna be optimistic and give them a top 15, but it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. I can get them in that 15 to 20 range though. I think they could be there.
They could if everything worked out perfectly for him. Like if Garrett decides to, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play this year, but he's going to end up holding out.
Yeah, and that's what people don't understand. And that I got in an argument with a guy on Twitter about it. And I don't it's not even an argument. I mean, it was a great talk with the guy. And it's like, he's got 2 years on the contract. You don't have to trade him. I'm like, yeah, but guess what? He's got enough money. He doesn't have to fucking play.
Right.
So you're at a different standstill. And then if he does play, are you getting the 100% Miles Garrett? Are you getting are you getting the 70% that we've gotten with other free agents that have come here, like Dwayne Bowe and Kenny Britt and other people that we've got to come into this place and not want to give their 100%? Now, I'm not saying Miles is not that person,
Right.
because Miles probably would give 100%. But I'm just saying there's that chance that he is not happy enough. He's like, you guys want me to rush on 3rd down and 8? Yeah, all right, I might. And then just half second slower than what he normally is. Man, I didn't get there.
It'd be
I mean,
slower than that.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I don't know how they're going to come to either a trade or a reconciliation. Did I say that right? Because that's a big word. That's a lot of syllables for me.
That's a lot for an RHS strat.
But I don't know how they could do it. So, I mean, I have pretty much come to the assumption that once he requested a trade, and it's different from David Njoku, okay? When David Njoku requested it, David Njoku was also 21 years old and, still young, still very – and they're like, yeah, you don't have the right representation, and you're not good enough to go.
Right.
This is probably should be 3-time defensive player of the year that's saying, I want to go. And like I said before, the personal shots, especially with what he said about from Cleveland to Canton, the shots that he took at Andrew Berry.
Yeah.
And but it's I hate to say it, but I don't see it. I don't see it now. It could happen, and I could look like a fool tomorrow. And guess what? That's normally what happens to this show. But I can't see him ever playing in a Browns uniform again.
No. I've heard Buffalo has made calls. I think Philly has made calls. Not that the phone's getting picked up, but I would think he would
They
have
can
a
make
better.
calls all they want to if they want to.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think the Browns are smart enough not to put him in the AFC if they do trade him.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's no chance in hell he's going to the AFC.
Like if he goes to the NFC, I think that would be But even like Ken Carmen today, we were talking about Nick Chubb earlier. Ken Carmen said, "God, what if the Steelers signed Nick Chubb?"
Oh God.
Oh, you know how hard of a dagger that would be? Just, it would not be good.
Really, I think they should have traded him in the middle of the last season when Detroit was having all those guys go down.
Miles?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought about it too, but I don't think they wanted to give up because of his contract. I don't think the reason why is in their mind, they were still heading to the postseason. They weren't going for a rebuild. Like this was a fluke year where people got hurt and it's just not our year and we will come back next year and everything will be fine. I think that's what they were thinking in their head.
Maybe.
You ever get some stupid Windows pop-ups that you love every time it happens?
No, because I'm on a Mac.
Oh, you suck. You're one of those people.
Yes, I am.
Oh my God. Now we're really getting into it. Now a lot of things are being answered tonight, Justin. A lot of things are being answered tonight, buddy. By the way,
Yeah.
I haven't asked you personally, how's everything going health-wise?
It's all right. I mean, definitely riding the bike does help.
Okay.
I know summer's coming up, so when I go out and mow, I've got one of those battery-powered mowers.
Mhm.
So I usually get the front yard and part of the backyard done. By that, By the time the battery dies, foot drop is setting in. I'm walking around like I'm half drunk. So while the battery's charging, if I jump on the bike and ride for 15, 20 minutes or miles, while the battery's charging, I can almost finish the yard semi-normally.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good. You need any help with it? Because I know a couple people down in Kentucky that come over and mow your grass for you.
Actually, a neighbor has his own lawn care business. He's offered to do it for free.
Nice.
Neighbor across the street has offered to do it. I'm like, as long as I'm able to, I want to do it.
Well, you got to make them some good stuff because I know that you can cook with the best of them.
Well, thank you.
Well, I'm glad to
I've
hear
heard
you're
good
doing.
things about my ice cream.
Oh yeah, and I know we're not doing ice cream tonight, but we are doing donuts. I don't know if you saw the flyer, but top
not.
3 donuts tonight for our Fat
Ooh.
Boy Tuesday on Fat Tuesday, buddy.
Yes.
So let's get into the Cavs a little bit, and then we'll switch over into Fat Boy Tuesday with Fat Tuesday. The Cavs came out this past week down on Boston 25-3, came back, won the game. Donovan Mitchell, 41 points. It was amazing. I'm watching Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown just doing this, like, it's over with. And the Cavs just came back and kicked them right in the face. They didn't know what to do. And then they did the exact same thing. I think it was the Raptors they played. They were down the entire game against the Raptors, came back and beat the Raptors, won 33. They are 50-10.
Wow.
Justin, I've talked to Bry and everything else. I know they have got to do it in the playoffs, but watching them beat Boston the way they did, being down 22 points, 25-3 in the first quarter, you're down that far. Normally people start shipping that in.
Oh, yeah.
Not the Cavs. And to come back and win the way they did was just, bud, I'm starting to get the goosebumps that look right there. I see them, little goosebumps that this team is destined for the NBA Finals.
Simmer down.
No, I'm not going to simmer down.
Simmer down. Stay calm.
Can't do it, man. You know I'm an excitable boy.
Oh, I know it, but you know that we've both seen some shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but they're playing so good, though.
2-10-1 comes to mind.
I know, but they're still playing. Oh God, they're still playing so good, though.
I know.
They won they're playing again tonight against Chicago. They've got a winning streak of 10 right now. They've won 10 in a row. They're the only team right now, I think they said, with 3 10-game win streaks in the NBA history. Just come on, Justin. Jump on that bandwagon with me.
They are being impressive right now, but I would be concerned that once they get to playoff time, that they've worn themselves out.
See, but that's the great thing. If you haven't looked at the minutes, they haven't been playing the starters. That they are one of the last teams in the NBA for their starters minutes. So Donovan, everybody else, they don't have the minutes that New York has, that Boston has. Dare I say, LA Lakers have.
Screw the Lakers.
Hey, bud, a lot of people are getting excited about a Cleveland LA championship game.
If that were to happen, I hope Cleveland just bitch slaps them.
Yes, I got him on board.
And by wearing themselves out, I don't mean physically. There's a lot of mental and emotional wearing out too.
No, that's true. I get that. And especially with the close games that they've had the past few weeks, I get that.
Right.
And of course they're going to have their workload time. I'm just excited, man, because, for Cavs basketball, and you knew me growing up. I love Mark Price. I love Brad Daugherty. I know you were the Bulls fan of all Bulls fans, and I still stuck strong with the Cavs, even though I know that nothing was going to happen out of it. I still stuck strong with them. Just love the baby blues, the orange, even the Sean Kemp years, the fat Sean Kemp years that we had. You remember those years.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
But I'm so excited for this team because they've done it without a generational talent.
Which that is nice to see.
And that's the thing. Like at first we were so worried after LeBron left of what's going to happen next. After he went to LA, we're like, all right, the cupboards are bare. We're over cap. We got all these old players now because that's what he wanted to bring in. And then Kobe Altman, even though we questioned some of his stuff that he did, Christ, I was questioning Darius Garland last year and how bad he played. And now look at it. He's an all-star again. And it's just like, I don't know what to do with this team. Like, how can you not get excited for this? Like, we're in the playoffs without LeBron James. There's talks of us being the national team without LeBron James. That's huge for this city.
It is. I mean, when LeBron came back, that championship, to me personally, just feels bought. I don't accept that.
But I appreciate that he came back to Cleveland to win one in Cleveland. He didn't have to do that.
No,
and I understand what you mean by being bought, and I get that. But he didn't have to come back in Cleveland. He could have gone anywhere else after Miami. He could have done whatever he wanted to do. He came back because he wanted to win a championship in Cleveland because he knows, per his legacy,
yes,
one championship in Cleveland null and voids the 3 championships he won in Miami and the one at the Lakers, or 2 in Miami and the one at the Lakers. That one championship in Cleveland made him not a villain again, but a superhero. Because you got to think of it that way. When he left Cleveland to go for Miami, he was a villain.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't even like a little bit villain. And he didn't think in his mind that, why are they booing me? Why do they hate me? What's going on? Like, he didn't realize at the point in time and it was, hey, business decision for him. And I get that. But for him to actually come back to Cleveland, learning what he did at Miami with everybody and say, hey, I have changed. I am a different person now. I want to go back to my home. I want to bring my home an NBA championship. And for him to do that, I know it feels bought because he, only came back because Kyrie was here and got Kevin Love over. They started their own little mini big 3 and all that stuff. But he didn't have to come back. He really didn't.
No, I'll give him credit for that, but I don't know. There's just something with me about staying where you are, sucking it up through the crap years, and building something there without leaving.
Well, but those were different times,
right?
When we did it. These times, they're all friends. They all want to play basketball. Hey, it'd be like me and you right now. I know you're in Kentucky. Be like, Justin, I got an opportunity for you, bud. We can bring you back up to Cleveland. Come up to Cleveland, play with me, pay you whatever you want to. Come on up to Cleveland. Wouldn't you do it?
Oh, hell yeah. For a blank check?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's at that point in time, it's just, hey, you're one of my friends. Come on, buddy. Come on up. We're going to have some fun together. We can be together, have a good time. I'll take you to all the vegetarian places up here. I'll try some of your stuff. Next thing you know, maybe some beef fat will end up in your stuff. You never know. Know.
No.
Little beef tallow just magically appear in your soup.
No, I'm following this. It's the Overcoming MS.
Okay.
Lifestyle, diet, whatever, and all animal products, with the exception of small fish, are no.
Define small fish.
Like a salmon.
Okay. Tuna.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's healthy. Look at me. What do I got to say? We're talking donuts later.
Right.
So, no, I get it. I mean, okay, so your thoughts on the Cavs. You told me to pump the brakes. Could you see them in the NBA championship? Or do you think that they're going to get pounced out by the Celtics?
I could see them getting there. Yeah, I don't think it would be easy. As easy as what a lot of people think they might have it, even if they go against Boston.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be a grind all the way to the championship. But what I'm liking from this team so far is they've been grinding.
Yes.
They haven't been giving up on games. They've been grinding all. They want that number one seed, and they want it bad. And it's just nice to see the national hype now,
Yeah.
because everybody else, for the longest time, Shaq, Chuck, all those guys just dogging us like, it's Cleveland, it's Cleveland. Now they're like eating their words like, damn. Even Stephen A. Smith. I loved every minute of it at halftime when the Cleveland Cavaliers smacked the New York Knicks, and he is sitting there with his little pout face on and goes,
Oh yeah.
I'm just loving every minute of it. I'm like, well, it sucks to be you, bro.
Yeah, it is nice to see a relatively small market team with get up there with basically nothing. Not that those guys are nothing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that Donovan Mitchell isn't a superstar, but he's not like what people would think the top 5 superstars in the
Right.
NBA. He is a superstar. I'm not saying he is not, but he's not, LeBron's gone off a little bit, but he's not LeBron. He's not Luka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's that second tier of superstar.
Yeah, I think
But
Donovan actually played for University of Lowell, didn't he?
yes, he did. And you said it right. You got to roll that Lowell.
I've been here long enough. What? How long ago was 99?
I don't know. Yeah, that's Justin. Really, damn. Now I'm doing math. That's 26 years.
Because it was a month after we graduated when I moved down here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because I went Western Ohio when that happened, and that wasn't even a month. That was like 2 days after we graduated. All right, buddy, you ready to talk some food? I don't want to keep you on here too long. All right,
Oh, you're fine.
let's talk some food. Let's talk some Fat Tuesday on Fat Boy Tuesday. And as soon as I find the sounder, I think it's this one.
And now, it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
Today is the day that we invented Fat Boy Tuesday because of Fat Tuesday. And Fat Tuesday is a huge day here in Cleveland. Potskis were flying everywhere, lining up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. to get Potskis. 4 a.m. Craziness going on here. But it is the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, and that means everybody pigs out and indulges themselves before Lent starts. Justin, do you love Fat Tuesday?
Oh, I love Fat Tuesday.
I knew it. How did you get sound effects?
Well, you know, I'm good like that.
Now you're bringing the bass with Barry White. Damn, you're getting excited over there. Now you don't even know what's going on.
All right, now I bought a thing. Oh, I can't even think what it is now.
A mixer?
Yes, thank you. I bought a mixer.
Perfect.
So
At least
I've got the mic hooked up with a XLR cable and everything. So
Oh, even better, man. Now, hey, I bet your story time's even better now because you changed voices.
you know I haven't tried it for that, but yeah, I
You're
guess
going to
I
have
could.
to, especially when Bobby found his cucumber.
I had a couple sounds on here. I don't know if they'll play through though.
Sort of. Okay, yes. I hear the honesty.
Yeah, I got to play around with that a little bit, but you know,
That's all right. Hey, my mixer's in a box over here that I haven't touched in I don't know how long. All right, Fat Tuesday. All right, let's get glutton in it. Before Lent happens, fish fries start flying everywhere. What is your go-to for Fat Tuesday? I know it's ice cream. I know you're an ice cream fan.
I sadly had to give up ice cream.
No. Oh my God. How are you doing this?
All animal product,
You can't
So-
do this.
all dairy. My pizzas have been no cheese.
Oh, what are you doing to yourself?
So, like, I met a friend for dinner Friday night at a local pizza place, and we've been there plenty of times. But one of the girls who hadn't waited on us in a while, um, so she get my friend gives her order, and then like, all right, I'm gonna be weird, or I've taken to being weird here recently. So I give her my toppings, jalapeno and pineapple,
Hmm.
and the weird part, no cheese.
Okay. But you can still do the sauce and the crust, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hold on. How can you do the crust if eggs?
Crust doesn't always have eggs.
Okay. I'm just asking. When I know flour's being tossed into stuff to make a dough, normally there's eggs involved.
I don't. Not always. I haven't seen too many doughs with eggs in them, really.
Okay. I just
But if I remember correctly, that Village Pizza that used to be there in Lafayette, they didn't use eggs.
oh, Amici's?
Is that what it
It's
is
meat.
now?
Yeah, it's Amici's now. And dude, hey, still one of the best sauces I've ever had.
Is it?
Still, oh god. Still haven't figured out why they cut the pizza the way they do though.
How are they cutting it?
Like a breadstick.
Really?
So you remember Pizza Point?
Yeah, vaguely.
Okay. So they do one cut down the middle
Yeah.
and then diagonal cuts across where you're leaving slices like this big.
Huh.
So
It's
it's not a
interesting.
square, but it's like, how you normally would get breadsticks cut,
Yeah.
where you dip them in. And I'm okay with it. But the thing is, though, is if you get a pizza like that, the first person's going to grab the edges where they're only going to get 3 pieces about the size of this. Well, the next person that comes up gets half the pizza. And it's like, come on. That's why slices are better.
It depends.
Squares?
Squares. I'll do slices or squares. Like one of the pizza places here, one of the local pizza places here. If I get their super large, extra large,
Mm,
squares are the way to go. But if
you
it's
look like
smaller
an
than
inner
that,
guy.
do what?
You look like an inner guy.
Uh, Super large or extra large, I'll eat the whole damn thing.
Well, no. I get that. But instead of the crust side, you look like the guy that likes the inside pieces.
It depends.
Oh, I'm the guy that likes the inside pieces.
I mean, if it's like a thin crust, the crust is fine.
Okay. I love some square pizza.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get some pizza after this. Before Lent starts. Do you give up anything for Lent? Because I know Brian normally gives up stuff for Lent.
No.
Okay. Because he's asked me, and I'm like, dude, I was like, I would find loopholes like crazy. I'd be like, I'll give up cheeseburgers, but not bacon cheeseburgers. Like I would find those kind of loopholes.
There you go. I gave up hair.
I think you gave that up a while ago.
It was by choice initially.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember giving Brian shit one night because he gave up pizza, which is his favorite food. Favorite food in the world is pizza. He gave up pizza, but he would order breadsticks.
Okay.
But he would dunk them in marinara.
Okay.
So I called it shenanigans on him. I'm like, you're pretty much having a pizza. I was like, if you get cheesy breadsticks and you dump marinara in it, it's a cheese pizza. And he goes, but it's called breadsticks. It's not called pizza. And I'm like, Bri.
It's almost like an upside down pizza.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of pizzas are made that way. I know calzones are made that way where you got to dunk it in the marinara. They don't put the marinara on the inside.
It's like a corn dog. Because the corn dog just a calzone.
Don't you start that shit. I remember the pictures you sent me about tacos and corn dogs and everything else. I don't need that. We're not doing that tonight, Justin.
I'll start doing that at work.
Oh, did you? Oh my god, I bet you they love it.
I do a dad joke every day that I'm encouraged by my boss. She sent me 2 jokes via text. The one girl who does all the supply orders,
Mm,
we were getting our calendars for 2025, and I got a little wall calendar. Well, she saw a joke of the day desk calendar. that she
Oh,
got.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it because I get the dad jokes from my kids, and they'll hop in the car, and then I'll throw one back at them. They have no idea what's happening.
Let's see. Okay, so before I had to retire from running and everything, I was running through one of the parks here in town.
Mm-hmm.
Love trail running. But I saw these squirrels there, and I started lining them up by size, and I got thrown out of the park. They didn't like my critter sizing.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's good. Hey, especially with the day and age that we're in now, that's a
Right.
good one.
But
That's
I
a
mean,
great-
that's obviously embellished from what the joke actually is. But you've got to do that to draw people in. Well, like those people that are stuck up in space, if they're still up there, they're
Mm.
not really stuck in space. They're scouting out the moon because they're going to eventually colonize it and put a restaurant up there. And I saw the tentative menu. It looks really, really good, but there's no atmosphere in the restaurant.
All right, I can't wait to clip this one. Dad jokes with you.
That was today's joke.
That's a great one, though. That's pretty good.
Again, embellished.
I understand. All right, so let's talk some food. We have to talk food because it is Fat Boy Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
On Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras is going on right now. Beads are flying everywhere. Everybody's getting drunk down the French Quarter.
They're
Beignet?
not getting blown away.
No. Beignet? Do you like beignets?
I've never had a beignet.
Okay. All right. Now, up here, what's huge up here, because we have apple country up here, we got these apple fritters that are like the size of freaking, super large pancakes.
Nice.
Are you an apple fritter kind of guy?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is brought up by, and Tony of the Dude Network, who has been on here and everything else. We did our top 3 donuts. He said a powdered sugar donut was 1, apple fritter was 2, and a cannoli was 3. And I had to hesitate for a second, and I asked him, I'm like, is cannoli considered a donut? Would you consider a cannoli a donut? Because it is a fried pastry.
I never thought of that before, but I could see that. I mean, and then thinking about it, it kind of resembles, sort of. You remember the old cream sticks from Bueller's?
Mm.
It
The
could
maple
be,
cream sticks.
yes, it could be compared to that.
Okay. All right. Because he is not a fan of those.
What?
Growing up, oh yeah. He goes, I hate those. I was like, you grew up where you grew up at and you do not like those? Like,
how does he not like those?
I have no clue. Like I see them in the store now up here, like Dollar General or something. I always grab a stack. And like kids are like looking at me like, what is this? I'm like, you're gonna like it, trust me.
Now, Dollar Store, are they Bueller's?
No, this is the Nichols brand.
Okay, no, it's got to be Bueller's.
Okay, well, you're all bougie over there with your Bueller stuff.
Because Bueller's, they make it in-house.
Well, I'm not saying they don't, but Nichols makes it in-house too, packages it and sends it out.
It's not the same. Anytime I go home, I get at least a dozen of the cream sticks to bring down here and freeze.
Oh, so you can have them later?
Yes.
Along with the 35 bags of Cons potato chips.
Yeah. I actually
By
do
the
need
way-
to order some more Cons.
You're not the only one. When we went back home, me and my sister, by the way, we almost got kicked out of a Dollar General together. That's shocking, right?
Yeah.
As soon as we walk in, a few cuss words were thrown, and the cashier looked at both of us like we were crazy, and then we were yelling at each other the rest of the way through the store. But we went to Walmart to get stuff for Dad, and walked through the aisle, just Cons galore. And I'm just sitting there going like this. I'm like, She goes, you know you want to get some. I'm like, but I can't because Dad is going to want them, and I do not want him to have my cons. She
Yeah.
goes, get a little bag. I look at her, I'm like, are you a fucking monster? A
Who
little
gets
bag?
a little bag?
I was like, what's a little bag? She goes, oh my God. So finally I grabbed 4 bags and I walked out of there. But always go to salt and vinegar.
Yes. Although 1 year for my birthday, an aunt sent me down the economy pack of the lunch bags.
Mm.
So there's like at least 48, 50 bags in there.
Oh, and you got to pick and choose?
No, it was all, what was it? Wavy. Just plain
Oh,
wavy, but those are still good.
hell yeah, they're still good. Yeah, they're so good. All right, we're going down memory lane. I'm sorry, people. Thank you for everybody that's watching right now. Justin and I don't get to talk that often. And when we do, we start going back to nostalgia days back at, high school where, we had a Taco Bell in our gas station. We used to go to Taco Bell all the time.
It was a Subway at one point, wasn't it?
There's a Subway now. They're talking about opening up a bar, which I can't wait. Oh yeah. I'll tell you about that later. We'll discuss that later. But there was talks about opening in a bar.
Wow.
Yeah. Which, hey, most people are older. Most people are younger. There's no in between crowd. So
Yeah, I mean, we just did our drinking out in the middle of the cornfield.
we did that a lot, especially next to some briar bushes, especially when the cops came and broke it up and we tried to run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of cornfields and barn parties when we grew up.
Yeah, there were. Oh. And back out on the haul roads,
Mm-hmm.
Mary Stuckman's graveyard.
Mary Stuckman's Graveyard, Burger Rock. Don't forget about Burger Rock.
I never went out there.
Oh, that's where right off of the backside of the high school, off of 153.
Okay.
The back way from your house there on around Hickory Flats.
Yeah, okay, past the golf course and all that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
coming from school, instead of taking left going up the hill, you take a right
Okay.
and then the first left. And it was like a huge rock up there. That's where all the fights went down.
Okay.
Like, oh, let me meet you at Burger Rock. Like,
If I
okay.
remember right, that you had to go that way to go to Stuckham's.
Mm-hmm. You did. So you passed it on the way to Stuckham's. And if anybody wants to know this, please hit us up in our comments. We will gladly go into detail. We might have a nostalgia night, just me and Justin, one night, just doing a regular podcast, just going back through some stuff in high school and stuff. It would be great. I can't wait for that.
I think Stuckham's was in the Haunted Ohio book.
It is. I'm pretty sure the mirror is still out there.
Yeah.
Last time I was out there,
Although
I
I've
know
heard the road kind of washed away though.
it might have. I know a couple of the tombstones are not there anymore.
Man. That's not surprising.
That's definitely not surprising out there. All right, Justin, you want to do a top 3 donut and get out of here?
Yeah. Yeah,
Are you-
let's do that.
Are you still thinking about donuts?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do our top 3 and get out of here. Right, it is time for your legal ham to the face top 3 and top 3 tonight because of Potski Day, because of Fat Tuesday and a Fat Boy Tuesday special. We're doing top 3 donuts. And Justin, I will go first. Give you a little time to think about what you're going to go through. Number 3 for me is a blueberry cake donut with a glaze. I have grown fond of those. I have enjoyed those. They are fantastic. Number 2, buddy, you cannot go wrong with a jelly-filled donut. Nice jelly-filled donut, powdered sugar on the outside, can't go wrong with it. But my number 1, and it will always be my number 1, and it has changed my life, Justin, the maple bacon donut. That has been, I found a place up at Justin. It's like full strips of bacon they put on this donut up here.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah. What is it, Jack Frost? I think it's Jack Frost donuts. Dude, the donuts are huge. They're like this thick, but they're so like airy. But they do their maple glaze, full slices of bacon on top, and it's candied bacon. Justin, I'm feeling my heart flutter
No
right
way.
now. That feels good. What about you, bud? What's your top 3?
Oh, honorable mention would be Crumble Cookie. They have a glazed donut cookie.
With the crumble cookie?
I mean, it's like a glazed donut, only a cookie.
Justin. Okay, keep going. I'm trying not to get too excited over here.
So 3 would be just a general basic cake donut.
Okay.
2, when I went to Tulsa, looking out the hotel window was a Hertz donut. So like the old Simpsons.
Oh,
you want
yeah.
a Hertz donut? Al Hertz donut? Well,
Yeah.
they've got a Hertz donut out there.
Did it hurt?
Apparently, it's like a Central States thing, and they had a Homer out there
Okay.
that was just a donut with the pink icing and sprinkles.
Okay, yeah, just like he does in the
Yeah.
intro. Oh, nice.
I mean, I had a cinnamon roll out there too. The thing was big as my head.
I love cinnamon rolls. God, they're so good.
And
All right.
number 1,
Are you going to go with the Bueller's?
no, I thought about it, but no, since that's not a donut, that's something completely different. For a while we had a duck donut here,
Oh, we have it up here.
and the time that I went, there was a sundae or like a funnel cake sundae donut.
Mm. They have one up here called Tutti Frutti, and they put Fruit Loops on it. Oh, dude, it's so good. So good. I love Duck Donuts. God, yes. All right. Anybody else in the comments? Throw in your top 3. If not, I'll clip this later. Give us your top 3 donuts. I know there's some great places here in Cleveland. He's down in Lowell. I got to say, Lowell. And they got some great donuts down there, too.
Or when I'm talking to people who aren't from here, I highlight it up and it's Louisville.
Hey, a lot of people. Hey, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, down past New Philly. They're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, New Philadelphia. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right, whatever. All right, well, that is the end of our show. Justin, thank you for covering and hopping in here. I didn't mean for you to get dressed, but I'm glad you did. You could have just sat there the way you were, all natural. I'm sure people would have loved that.
I don't think that would have met YouTube's guidelines.
Well, guess what? I'm in charge of it, so it doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah.
Anyways, catch him at Running Bald Man, right down there. Running Bald Man. He does children's books. He does some other stuff on there. So please go check him out on YouTube at Running Bald Man. Some great content that he does. He is a Browns fan, even though he doesn't like certain people on the Browns.
Yep.
We will not get into that. You actually did really good this show.
We've been through that.
You said his name one time on the show, and I am very proud of you.
I'm washing my hands of him. I saw a
Appreciate all
rumor that today that there's talk that the organization is done with him in general. So
That should have been talks about 2 years ago, but we'll save that for a later date.
Yes.
Say goodbye to the kitty right here in the corner. Right there. Just give him a little thumbs up for the black cat. There it is. Good God, he's only 10 months. He's huge.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's that big.
I don't know. I got a fat, pretty much farm cat. Like they had to bring out the big scale for him. And he's not even fat. He's just big. 22 pounds, man.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he's as big as our beagle.
Wow.
I'll send you pictures later. You'll be floored at the size of this thing. So, all right, catch us every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, 7:15-ish, depending on what time we show up. And click that like and subscribe button. Since Bryce's not here, Justin, would you God bless everybody?
God bless you. God bless our troops.
All right. I am that fat guy. We are definitely uncorked and unloaded. and we will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great night.